Hey everybody, Steve Hess, VP of Products here at OpenBOM. I'm going to take a few minutes right now and just kind of take you on a little journey of design and OpenBOM and CAD and BOMs and how everything kind of works together. I'm going to just sort of do it live. I'm going to skip over a few things, but I'll let you know where I'm kind of taking some shortcuts. I just want to tell you kind of how it all fits together. And I'm going to start with here in design. You're going to see how design is where we store files. There's a little kind of backing around to CAD, and we're going to end up making a BOM. So the story that I'm going to tell is one of a colleague of mine calls me up and says, "Hey, Steve, I want you to work on this bike design, make a few changes, help us update it." I say, "Great." He says, "Look, Steve, I've shared the bike with you." So I go into OpenBOM and I go to my designs and I go, "Yeah, yeah, here, I see the road bike." And he says, "Great, we're going to make a few changes." Okay. So first thing that I do, kind of just to start this off, is I'm going to open SolidWorks. Now I've got the road bike open already, but I'm going to open SolidWorks. I'm going to click on my workspace manager, and you can imagine that this bike maybe wasn't open yet in SolidWorks. And I go, "Hey, look, yeah, I see the road bike." I synchronize the road bike, and what happens is OpenBOM brings all those files down from the cloud and it puts them in my local location, which in my case is this one right here. So all those files show up on my local drive. I find that top level assembly and I open it up. Okay, so here we are. We got the 8001. I got that open in SolidWorks. So that's the first part of the process. My colleague phoned me up and said, "Steve, I need you to work on the bike." I went to my OpenBOM project for the road bike. I synchronized it down to my desktop. I got the files right here. And just like any other SolidWorks files, I open them up in SolidWorks. Okay, so that's sort of the first part of the process. I made a couple of changes. I saved some files, and I'm ready to, kind of put these files back up to OpenMob Design. So how do I do that? All right, I go back to the Workspace Manager, and the first thing I might check is, hey, what's the status of the sync between my local files and the server? So I can check this report and I can say, hey, look, show me the newer files that are on my machine. I go, yeah, these are the files that I just worked on. I worked on the 01, the 22, the 25, the 26. Yeah, this makes sense. They're going to be uploaded. I'm going to upload my changes. So I run Smart Sync, and the OpenBOM Workspace Manager goes through, checks all my files, and uploads or downloads ones that need to be updated. I happen to know there's going to be 4 files total put back up onto the server. So here we go. So we'll just let this run in real time here. And kind of forgive me, I've got my text scaled up a little bit so it's easier to see. So it kind of might look a little funny here. All right. So my design in OpenBOM has been updated. I'm going to go ahead and open that. And we will be able to see now that my new files have been put up into OpenBOM Design. New versions of those files have been made. I can investigate that here. I can say, yeah, these are files that I worked on. I made a couple of new versions of these and the other things. And this all kind of comes together. So this process here is right here. We worked in design, which is where we store our files, kind of using Workspace Manager to run this loop back and forth to CAD while we work on our design. Okay, so we finished our design. We've got the files stored in OpenBOM, and we're ready to make a BOM. So we go through our settings, we set up, what files we want to store, and then I've kind of already run this bill of material for you, but I'll show you what it looks like. Once I run that BOM and take a look at it, I will see that in OpenBOM, I've got my latest versions of the files. I've got my CAD files, my step files. If I had drawings, I went ahead and uploaded copies of the drawings as PDFs. So I've kind of closed on this last part of the loop. I worked in design, cycled through CAD a little bit, and then went ahead and ran the bill of materials out. And this is what it looks like. So you've got multi-level bill of materials here that represent my product structure. And I've got all my neutral files. I just decided to create steps and STLs and other things. So kind of to recap here, I started in design. I downloaded the files using Workspace Manager to my desktop. They show up just like files on, this is just in my documents area where I keep my cats. I opened it in SolidWorks. I made some changes. I saved my files. Finally, I used Workspace Manager one more time to synchronize, put those files back up, and then I built a BOM. So I hope you all enjoyed that. That was kind of a high level. I know I skimmed over a few things, but I wanted to take you kind of end to end. So there'll be a lot more videos coming with a lot more details about design. I hope you enjoyed that. I always want to hear from you at support@openbom.com. Thanks, everyone.